Hello and welcome to the Oaken Sun Archive. This is a series where I go treasure hunting in some of my old collections that I haven't looked at for a long time. I'm doing some Pokemon collecting with my son and thinning out some of the old collection of especially retro video games. So I thought I'd do a little video about my Game Gear stash here. I am trying to thin out some of the games that I have, and so all these are either doubles or games that I don't want. And inside this slightly dirty bag is... oh, here we go. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So we've got a collection of games which we can look at, and whoops. To actually tilt this down a bit here, hey? Yeah, and we've got a Game Gear, and I'm going to use it to test some of these games so that I know that they work for the people who are going to be buying them. So that's what I'll do to start with. This is a pretty interesting Game Gear. It has a blue shell, which is a little bit more rare than the regular gray shells. And it's been recapped, which is great because most of the Game Gears of the time had all their capacitors leaked. And I don't think you can really even find a Game Gear that has its original capacitors and is working properly. And so they have to be tinkered with. And this one's been recapped, and it's been it's had its screen replaced. And so there's like a modern LCD screen in here, which I think is pretty cool. Let's see if we can plug it in here. I'm gonna reach for that. Okay, man. The AC power adapter is a hefty one on this thing. And actually, it's worth it because you can see on the back of these Game Gears, they have room for 3 AA batteries on the one side and 3 AA batteries on the other side, which is a lot of AA batteries, and it burns through them pretty fast. So I'm gonna hook it up to power here, and I'm gonna just put this off to the side and see if I can get some of these games going here. I'm just gonna put this here. So what have we got to start with? So most of them have game shells on them, but this one doesn't. Ooh, the Majors Pro Baseball. There's some signatures there and a ball. Let's see if this fires up without me having to blow on it. Oh, I think so. Okay, that's good. Oh, I was going to turn the volume up, but apparently it's doing it anyways. I don't know how much you want to see me play this game, but that is a check mark for Major League Baseball. The Majors Pro Baseball, I should say. Okay, next game here. What have we got? We've got, NHL All-Star. You know, it's funny, these sports games, kids loved them, but these days are not as nostalgic, as they could be. Take a look here. I love that Sega logo. Developed by Gray Matter, which of course... Great. Well, this one's working. You can see that screen. I love the colors on that screen. They're really good. Okay, so that one's good. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is a real classic. We've got Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I think this is probably the most famous Game Gear game. I don't know. So it was the one that I heard about the most on the playground back in the day. One nice thing I'm noticing about this Game Gear is that I spoke too soon. I was going to say it seems to read the cartridges really quickly, but this one is not reading, so I'm going to give it the, I know you're not supposed to do this, but a little blow. It's been a few years, I think, since this one was played. Oh yes, this one's working. Let's play for a sec here. Woohoo! People are gonna notice that I am not good at this game. I'm sure pretty much right away. Woohoo! Anyways, it's fun. Turn that one off. And you know, I played a lot of Game Boy when I was a kid, and all of this Game Gear stuff I collected subsequently, actually. So I have played some of these games a bit, but I don't have like the mad skill that would come with having grown up with them. Oh yeah, this one's a game called Columns. Apparently it's Sega's answer to Tetris, and apparently it's quite fun, I think. Well, I didn't get that game right. Gearworks, this one's called. This is a game where you have to fix clocks, actually, which is interesting. Yeah. Anyways, Gearworks. We didn't look at the. There we go. Yeah. Gearworks. Okay, what's next? Oh, here's Columns. I love that. Okay, yeah, so this is Sega's answer to Tetris. There we go. Check it out. It's a pretty clean cartridge. I'm guessing that the static we're hearing is not what the game's supposed to do immediately. Let's see. Okay. Alright, what's going on here? Second time's the charm? Or maybe it'll be third time. No static this time, but no picture. Of course, you're not really supposed to blow in these, but it makes me feel like I'm doing something. I'm trying to get too much spit in it. Let's see. Oh, that's more encouraging. Cool. Just enjoying the music here. It's nice. Next. This is definitely not a playthrough video. To be honest with you, I'm going to probably cut this up and use clips of this in my Facebook Marketplace ads. Oh yeah, G-Lock. So this is a air battle. That's kind of cool. Fighter jet game, which is a pretty ambitious thing for the developers to be doing back then. I find this one to be so interesting, actually, because yeah, you get to like pick a place on the map, And you gotta shoot down 10 fighters for the first mission, but I think it's first person, yeah. So you can see I'm flying with the pad and controlling the crosshairs with the pad too. I don't know, it's a cool game. I wish I could get into it a little bit more. I have 2 copies of it, so maybe I will get into it a little more. What do we got here? What's next? Oh, Jurassic Park. I also have 2 copies of this game. My son is very interested in playing this game. There's some really interesting scenes with dinosaurs chasing cars and all sorts of shoot 'em up with the dinosaurs, which is, in my opinion, a bit questionable. But I guess if they're attacking you, you might as well waste them, right? That one's not working so far. Let's try a little. Okay. Oh. I'm gonna zoom in here. There we go. Oh! So it came on, and then there was a little bit of static, and then it went off the screen again. Not good. Let's see if we can actually boot this thing. I think we'll be able to. Let's see. You can catch glimpses of my hair there. Okay. That's pretty cool. These intros. Oh man. So good. Okay, I'm gonna switch it off here. That one works. Supposedly. And what do we have? Another NHL All-Star game. I don't think we need to test. Oh, well, actually, we should test it, shouldn't we? But I don't think we need to go too deep into that one, do we? Okay. Let's try this. That's not working. Let's just try putting it back in without blowing on it. It's a long intro here. You can see the console bobbing. I'm usually dancing to the intro. Okay, looks like it's good to go. Oh, we just have a few left here. There's another one. I think I might have 2 copies of this. This is called Tasmania. You remember the Tasmanian Devil, I'm sure. Apparently it is abysmal. Like, not a good game. I've never played it. I just love that logo. The subtitle of this game is The Search for the Lost Seabirds, which in my opinion isn't a very high stakes kind of conflict. But you never know. Ooh, man, here's a little preview of the gameplay. Apparently it is a poopy. Okay, here we go. Turn that off. And okay, I've got another Sonic 2 here. I'll try to get through that quickly because I want to show you a couple other accessories in that kit. And go. Nothing off the top here. Let's just put it back in without blowing this time. Ooh, strike 2, hey? Okay, 3 times the charm. out of the way. Magic Touch. There's Eggman kidnapping Tails, it looks like, maybe. I think. My son likes Eggman. I just want the title screen here so I can show it on Facebook Marketplace. And there we go. That wasn't expedient at all, was it? If you've watched this far, maybe you don't care. Okay, I'm just going to go into the last couple here. In the bag, what have we got? Oh, another sports game. I wonder what these run. They're probably like $5 maybe at the most, although some of them might be a little more expensive. That one's, it's a batter up. Okay, let's see if this one gets going here. Dusty screen. What do we got? Oh yeah, I think we're good to go here. 1986 was it when this one started. It must be a port, maybe, hey? From something. Okay, last game in the sell bin. We've got Ayrton Senna's Super Monaco GP. Let's take a look. This is a pretty clean looking cartridge, hey? I don't know much about Super Monaco GP. Let's see. It's working. I'm just gonna see what it looks like here. Ah, a fellow in shadow kind of. Free practice, or free practice. World champion. Interesting times. Okay, so I'm going to, before I sign off here, I'm going to just go through a couple other things. One is, I'm gonna zoom out. One is, this is pretty fun. This is called Sega Super Wide Gear, or Game Gear Super Wide Gear. And you can see the Game Gear logo on the back. Sega Super Wide Gear. And it's literally a huge magnifying glass that you clip onto the, what is this thing? Console. The Game Gear. I think it clips on the bottom. Hold on a sec here. Where does it go on? Oh yeah. Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna pop a game back. Let's put G-Lock back in here. And we can see if this thing works because it's so funny. Nope. Wait, I have to open the back. Oh right. So that goes. This, there's a second clip. It's kind of like quite a clunky piece of equipment, and like, but as a kid I would have probably loved it because the screen's always too small. It's always too small. It's funny, I think on the camera it looks about the same size, but to my eyes it's maybe half again as big. It looks great. Anyways, that's pretty cool. Super Wide Gear. Sega Super Wide Gear. I'll leave it there for now. And then, okay. I'm not going to get too deep into this, but these are the games that I want to keep. We've got Shinobi 2. Psychic World. Another copy of this baby. The Chess Master, which I haven't played yet, but it looks kind of cool. It looks like Gandalf's on the front. And Ninja Gaiden. Shinobi. Lots of ninja games in my stash here. Sonic Chaos, which I've never played actually. I think I'd like to try that one. What do we got? Surf Ninjas. Streets of Rage 2. This is a classic Game Gear game. Beat 'em up. Columns. Gotta have one of those still. X-Men. Could be good. Actually, I don't know if it's a fighter or a beat 'em up. I think beat 'em up. Oh yeah, and Shining Force. That's one of my favorites there. Anyways, that's basically the collection. There's Tom and Jerry down here. And Sonic 2 again, G-Lock, Sonic the Hedgehog the first. Lots of fun. Lots of many hours one could spend playing this Game Gear. And hopefully maybe one day I'll do a video on... I've got 3 Game Gears that need recapping, so I'm going to try to learn how to do that, and maybe I'll do a video on that too. But stay tuned for more treasures from the archive. Thanks for watching.